From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Armadillos of Houston taking on the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Keep it up!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's completed to Caldwell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Out of the gun now on third down. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion left goes a tight end. But they go play action. Here's Levis. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to pull that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Levis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. But you look at this defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action now. Levis. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Levis from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. But it's caught. Tompkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Jake Camarda now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Dolphins still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. Whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often said, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Make some good plays today. Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Levis's throw taken in by Palmer. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Levis. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Levis on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did. But
yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
so they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? He's got him in. Complete. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards.
It's a gain of 56 yards. First down, Armadillo.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw, it's Levis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They've been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Levis to throw once more. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this one is right through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On second down, a run by Achane. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is on his first. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading themselves here in the second half.
Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run, Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
Right now, boys. You've been here,
Achane once more, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And they're going to speed things up here.
The 34-yard line. A gain of 15. First down.
Levis to throw off play action. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Levis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Levis back to throw. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Houston.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Beatty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos get a bit closer. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready?
All right, boys. Let's get it.
Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. First and 10. Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Levis looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of binding that defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force third and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on third down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Throwing on second and long.
Levis.
And he's got the hook up here to Caldwell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
Levis looking to move him around a bit.
They go play action here on first down.
He gets it over the middle to Palmer.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Levis. That's again complete to Palmer.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Tyler Beatty.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Armadillos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Running left, Achane. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they rumbled him up, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And
we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Make us proud.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. That's caught by Palmer.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Houston.
Levis.
Over the middle, complete. It's Caldwell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here's Levis.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Levis to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Another run on second down, trying to cover it. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts him.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Levis sets up to throw here. That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final try here for Will Levis.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Miami, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.